Okay, Amy, so great to meet you. How are
Hi.
you?
You too. I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. Oh my God, I'm such a big fan of yours. Everything that you do, you're so marvelous in everything. And I got to tell you, I am obsessed with the Gilded Age. So we are going to talk about that after for sure. I've already watched the entire season.
Oh
When
my
I
God.
get, oh yeah, when I get that in my inbox, everything goes on hold. I don't care how busy I am, and I binge the entire
You're
season in one
ready.
weekend. Oh, it's the best. It's the
Oh
best.
my
Okay,
God.
but let's talk about your performance in this because now tell me correctly. Is it Anita? How do you pronounce Anidia?
Anidia.
Anidia. Okay, I wanted to get the correct pronunciation. Anidia. You are so wonderful in this, and it's such a powerful story. Sadly, a lot of people could probably relate to this young woman, Cora, and what she goes through. So first, I wanted to ask you, when you got the script, when they came to you and approached you, what kind of stuck with you, or what hit your heart, and why did you want to play Cora so bad?
Yeah. I was just telling the story of how when I first got the email, I read the log line. And before even opening the script, I said, I need to do this project. I said,
Yeah.
actually, I think the words out of my mouth were, uh-oh, because I knew there was something about it. Even the log line, just I felt it through the phone. But I think Liz just created such an interesting world, and I
Yeah.
love the idea of this world being the backdrop for the exploration of this of some of the themes in this movie. You know, some of the themes in this film could be explored in a myriad of ways, and I think that this backdrop is so interesting. It's such a genius and beautiful and kind of scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So right off the top, with the very first thing we see, it says strong warning about bulimia, binging, purging, restricted eating. You know, okay, that exactly. That just gets you from like what is going to happen in this movie
Yeah.
kind of thing, and what does this person go through? And I wanted to know how you found your way in to relate to Cora, and was there research involved in young people or anybody really who goes through this?
Yeah, there was some research more so into the breatharian um, way of life. That was something that I researched a little bit because that is a real thing. There are real communities of people that explore that. But I myself have struggled with disordered eating, and so it was sort of um, and just with food intolerances and things like that. I've struggled with that, and I have a lot of friends and people that I know who have experienced that as well. So I think it was sort of easy to pull from that and to dive in. And then I think it was just sort of everything else was sort of built on my relationship with Liz and her openness and willingness to explore these topics together. Yeah, she created a really safe space. So
Yeah, I want to ask you about that because when you're working with a director who, obviously so closely, and I just was wondering what your conversations were like. Did she allow you to kind of do maybe what you wanted to do or how you felt? Because it's such a powerful story, and it does rely a lot on your emotions, what she's going through. So I was just wondering about your communication with Liz
yeah,
and how that all worked.
Liz is just the best, just as a person.
Yeah.
We immediately on our Zoom, I just wanted to work with her. But I think we were really aligned too. I think there wasn't a lot of dialogue about yeah, we just were aligned. We were sort of in sync in that way that there we seem to have a similar approach to our style of working, and then we developed a really seamless sort of um, language, and um, yeah, it was just a pretty easy cohesive experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Watching like you're watching these people, they're clearly looking for answers. They need help. Either they're lonely, like whatever reason it is, but they go to these places, and there's always that leader who kind of, gets them in, sucks them in, whatever it is. And to me, like, oh my God, starving yourself, like, yeah, yeah, I can't even comprehend. I mean, sure, everybody wants to either lose a few pounds, but it's just beyond that. Like, this is like a mental thing, a psychological
Mhm.
illness that. But when you meet these leaders, the actress who plays Sorry, I'm just blanking on her name right now.
Joanna,
Yeah,
Suzanne, yeah.
yeah. She's wonderful because
Perfect.
she's like she does a great job in this movie because she's just got this kind of eerie thing about. What do
Yeah.
you think it is about people who do get drawn into these places, and like what are they connecting to? What are they looking for? And why do they kind of glob onto these people looking for answers, you know?
Yeah, I think we're all looking for community in some way, you know. And I also, there's just, we all learn this as we get older, but nobody knows what they're doing. Yes, we're adults, but like, are we?
Yeah.
I don't know. We're all just trying to figure it out. So I think even in adulthood, there's
Yeah.
this pressure to sort of know yourself and know how to carry yourself and know how to take care of yourself and what you may need. And the truth is we don't have the answer. And sometimes when it comes to, our health or an allergy or an intolerance, there's something, it takes a long time to find the answer, and there are different
Yeah.
methods. There's sort of Western ideologies and Eastern medicine. Like there's just there are so many different approaches, and it is different for every single human being. And
Mhm.
um yeah, so I think people are just looking for a safe place and looking for community, a place where they feel held and supported. And I think that's for Cora, and even for me, I'm like, I would go to that, like where we shot this movie, and being in that part of a part of that community on
Yeah.
that farm or whatever, it just, I'm like, I love that. I would move here. I would do this. The world is really scary and really dark right now, and kind
Yeah.
of the last few years have been really tough. So I think, yeah, I understand why Cora makes the decisions that she makes.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that location. It was a beautiful place.
Stunning. It's a place called Stowell Lake Farms, on Salt Spring Island off the coast of Vancouver. And
Wow.
we stayed there. Most of our crew stayed on the grounds at Stowell Lake. And then we were just down the road in a little cabin. But the whole island is so beautiful. And I considered moving there. I think there are some like well-known people that have homes there, but
Yeah.
I remember who, but it's a
Yeah.
wonderful, wonderful island. And I fell in love with it.
Yeah, I can imagine. Well, anything out there is gorgeous, really, like, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
plot me in a field. I'm a happy camper
I
for
know.
sure.
And we did. I'm in the field a lot in this movie. And I was like, I'll stay. Like, sorry, the bugs and it's cold. And I was like, I'm good. I like
Yeah,
it.
yeah, really, really. That's okay. Give me a sweater, give me whatever. Give me some
Yeah.
bug spray. You're all good.
Yeah.
Absolutely. As I mentioned earlier, I mean, Amy, you are just so busy. Like, how do you keep it all together? You have so much coming and you do so much. What kind of a life for Amy?
Listen, it looks like I am so busy because things are coming out and I am so grateful. And your girl is unemployed. So like that's just the actor life. That's the, self-employed sort of lifestyle, is that you
Oh,
have.
not for long, I'm sure, knowing you, but
Yeah,
still.
but I'm so grateful for that time too, and I
Sure.
think that allows me to sort of learn and grow as a person and explore new things, and that gives me more tools for the next job. So
Yeah.
I mean, I really cherish the time off. I get to come be in Canada and spend time with my family,
Yeah.
and yeah, I'm really grateful for that time.
Okay, so we have a few minutes. I just want to touch on a few things. So
Yeah,
let's go to Gilded Age. Okay, so like I said, first of all, you're playing an Aster. I mean, how cool is that?
it's
But to
pretty
have,
cool.
first, what I love about this show now, especially now that you're now a Broadway babe too, you spend so much time with these Broadway veterans. Like it blows my mind in every scene because I love Broadway so much. And to have Donna, play your mom,
Yeah.
and I don't want to give away anything because it's later in the season. So what Carrie Astor goes through, but for you to put on these costumes, to play these people who really existed in history, how cool is that?
It's the coolest. It's truly a dream job. I love that time period. It's so fun to get to play in that world. I love a period piece. I
Yeah.
do. And something that's as fun as this, where there's drama, and Christine Baranski's like her
Oh,
one-liners are unbelievable. She's saying some crazy stuff, especially this season. So
oh
um,
yeah.
yeah, it's just a dream. And Donna's the best. She's
I,
just, I can't believe she's my mom.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's amazing, and really, like Carrie Coon, like everything that she does just blows my mind. Like
She's perfect.
birth of the season, holy
She
mackerel!
is just a beast. She's the best. She's so funny
Yeah,
and so kooky and crazy, and I'm so glad that she's finally like getting her flowers. I know she's had her moment with the leftovers and
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
She's
I've been a
she
fan of
just
hers
actually
forever.
truly needs to be in everything and needs to win all the awards because she's perfect.
Oh, I agree. If she doesn't get an Emmy nomination for The White Lotus this year, well, for both shows,
That's
seriously.
that scene
Yeah,
got
right?
that's like the highlight of the season. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. She's perfect.
yeah. I'm with you on that. Okay, you just premiered Tribeca West Hampton. Tell us a little bit about that. Good
Yeah. Oh my God.
co-stars, great co-stars in that one.
Great co-stars. Oh, that movie was so fun. See, I just love indie filmmaking because then they can't get rid of me. I just come and I hang out on set even when I'm done. And I did that with West Hampton. I had a few days on that and stayed for like 2 weeks or whatever. But yeah, that film is so fun and we made that in, on Long Island and so in West Hampton and I was thrilled to premiere that at Tribeca because it's, that's our festival in New York. So that was an honor. I love that film. It was so fun.
And
Yeah.
then also Shook you have coming out too, which I know
Yeah.
is, yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. Shook is, I mean, I don't know if you want, I can't like, I'm bad at summarizing things.
Just a little, like, but about you, like,
It's sort of I will say it's a love letter to Toronto and to Scarborough and, being an immigrant and what this city means to so many of us. Yeah, yeah, that's such a special one
well,
for
we'll
me.
look out for that too. That'll be down there. But right now, I mean, you are just like I say, you are so wonderful in this film. I couldn't take my eyes off you in this character. My heart really went out to you. So congratulations on
Thank you so
everything.
much.
Thank you for all your performances. You're so great. And by the way, I was really pissed when Rise got canceled because I love that show.
I know it has its diehard fans that I meet sometimes, which is so wonderful. I loved that show too. That was my first job where I got to sing a little bit.
Yes.
So I love that show, and the people I'm still friends with a lot of the people that I met on that show. So
Yeah, great cast too. Well, listen,
Josh Radner lives on my block now.
no way.
Yeah, and I
He's
saw
the
Rose
best.
the other day. Yeah, he lives down the street from me. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
Ah, good for you. Well, listen, congratulations on everything. I'm fingers crossed for another season of Gilded Age. Just move. This show just needs to keep going forever, as far as I'm concerned. So,
Great.
congratulations on everything, and thank
Thank
you
you
so much
so
for
much.
your time today.
Thank
Appreciate it.
you. Thank
Okay,
you.
have a good one. Thank
You
you.
too.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye bye.